I'm going to read to you all a passage that I find describes Bobbie to me. Love is long-suffering and kind. Love is not jealous. It does not brag. It does not get puffed up. Does not behave indecently. Does not look for its own interests. Does not become provoked. It does not keep account of the injury. It does not rejoice over unrighteousness, but rejects with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. I don't know about y'all, but that's what Bobbie was to me. We're gathered here today to remember Bobbie DuFault, mother, grandmother, friend, sister, and wife. She was born in Costa Mesa, California, and her parents died when she was fairly young, leaving her in the care of her older brother. She created her own family, as you can tell. Bobbie believed in the golden rule and tended to live by it. Now, it was hard for me to write this without throwing something in about conventions. Yeah. She was into science fiction and fantasy, go figure. Her first convention was actually RustyCon 8. She was on several board of directors of science fiction and fantasy conventions, and also the staff of many, 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 many more. She has been one of the forerunners in getting Worldcon back to the Northwest for the first time in 51 years. She'd also been trying for 10 years to do so, or more. She's also the co-chair of the event, still. She was on the board of directors Bobbie worked on these conventions to bring education for and give inspiration to writers, artists, and costumers. She was very, very interested in people. She was also on the board of directors for Reading for the Future. This is a group working with teachers to encourage literacy and learning through science fiction. Both of these are underlining her love of education and of people. Bobbie was well-read, well-rounded, an individual with a thirst for knowledge. She had the ability to sit down and talk about any topic. From ancient cultures to faraway planets, she had a fairly extensive knowledge and would have extensive discussions for hours on whatever the topic was. We've all been there. We've all talked to Bobbie for hours. If she didn't know about the topic, she'd let you teach her so she could become an expert. She was a professional artist and writer and poet. She loved to do arts and crafts, so much so that she owned a vintage shop where she made and sold handmade jewelry up in Quilcene. She had a big heart. She became a minister and a life coach and would be a counselor for street kids and adults to help them kick their drug and alcohol problems. She even moved out to Nia Bay to help the families out on the Macaw Reservation. Even though Bobbie was working in the tech field, she loved science and technology of the future. She also looked back to the past. She lived out here on this farm, raising these animals and having a garden, so she always had food for her family. And family was the most important thing to Bobbie. She considered most of the people she helped family. She adopted a lot of people, as we all know. Speaking of family, I would like to invite her husband Jerry up, her son Pete, her daughter Tiffany, her grandson Adrian and Keegan, up to say a couple words.
You'll have to excuse me. I know I'm going to disappoint Bob. She wouldn't want me to cry.
I love you, Jerry.
Let it out. Let it out, Jerry. It's okay.
That's what we're here for.
Bobby would be happy with all the friends who showed up today. And I'm happy you guys could come and share your memories.
I wrote something down. I'm gonna cry a lot, so bear with me. My mother is gone. There ain't a damn thing I can do about that, no matter how hard I want it to be different. The fact of the matter is, one of the greatest people I have ever met is no longer walking among us. My mother and I had a relationship that was far from perfect, but the love was always there and always genuine. I miss her more than I missed anything in my relatively short life, and this pain in my chest is nigh unbearable. This day, however, isn't about me. It's about us, all of us. The loss that we share, and it would be selfish of me to think otherwise. My mother built an amazing family. All of you people are here because she touched your life, and that's the greatest legacy a mother could leave a child. I know that my dad and my sister and my nephews and I will never be allowed to forget the woman who built this for us, and for that I thank her, and I thank all of you. I've only ever dealt with death on 2 other occasions, with Bear and Bert. And the universe has decided to take another bee away from me, and this one stings like hell. But I know we'll all survive this. The strength woven into our families, the stuff of legends are made of, and the woman who put it there will surpass those legends and live eternally in our hearts. Her legacy is standing here in front of me, and I can see that she will be well represented in this world of the living. I miss my mommy. I miss my friend, my mentor. I miss my therapist and life coach, my sparring partner and my sympathetic ear. I keep hearing her yell at me from the other end of the house, and a moment of joy is crashed down by the realization that in this world there's no coming back. I just want her back. Despite the tears and the sadness in all of our hearts, this is a day of joy. We're here to remember the woman that touched us all in different and special ways. We're here to support each other and to prove to Bobbie that we can, as a group, carry on her legend and usher her into the halls of the immortals. She's at peace now, riding the high of the love and laughter that we will share this evening. And ride fast and true, Mother. Your place is in the stars and it's waiting for you. Don't worry about us. We got shit covered down here.
I want to thank everybody for coming together for my mom today, and I'm sorry that it took her passing away to get some of us together. I think that we should change that, honestly, because seeing some of you guys today, my mom missed a lot of you guys, and we talked about, you know, making things happen so that she could see some of you guys, and I just wish that we could have done it sooner, you know, and I don't think I ever want to feel like that again. My heart hurts so bad, like I can't breathe still. I don't even know. I never pictured living my life longer than my mom's, because she's my backbone and she's my world. And I know that she was a lot of your guys' too. And I just know that together we'll all be okay if we just keep our heads up. And be there for each other. And yeah, I can't tell you.
That was very beautiful and very heartfelt. Thank you guys for coming up. And now I know the person who was like a brother to her and her best friend. I'd like him to come up and say some words.
Hi everybody. Sorry, I just got done running a convention last week, which was kind of weird. I met Bobbie at a RustyCon meeting. There was some heated discussions going on, and I had no idea who she was. And I asked, does this happen often? And she's like, not really, but let's move down to my table. We started running conventions together. She was running video for Rusty, and then I was brought on board Rusty 9 or something like that. And we just started pretty much growing together running these conventions. We had Richard Wright as a mentor and several others, Leroy Bourbon. And yeah, it was really weird because we ended up, we would have drag out fights, but anytime we hung up the phone, before we hung up, we said we loved each other.
Hey, sweetie.
You know, as far as the family, you know, they can look around. Bobbie's already here with every one of us.
I'm gonna go get him.
Like I said, I ran a convention this year, or a week ago. I think at one point I called on the radio for Bobbie because it's, you know, for her, she had me. There's times, guys, where literally, if you were here, you would have laughed. We were both nominated for positions, and we would literally start flipping coins to see who's going to be the boss this time. You know, she worked for me, I worked for her, but we always worked together. And that's the greatest thing that we all have. And I sat there when it was over Thursday. You know, generally, you know, you take quotes out of the Bible. I couldn't think of one. And I had like 14 different Bibles and I couldn't find one until I looked over at the sci-fi section. So the quote I found, most of you will know, and there's a reason because we used to have fun jokes about this one. So the quote is from the Clan Burnout Bible. Which is so long, and thanks for all the fish.
Thank you,
They
Jake.
follow it pretty religiously.
At this point, I've got a couple more things to say, but first, honor guard, forward.
Ready? Aim. Fire. 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 Retire.
So as you know, this is a celebration of life. I would like to open the mic up to anyone who wants to share stories along this vein. There will be sharing, not through the mic too, as we've done all day. But many people may want to share, so please, I know it's asking a lot, but 5-minute maximum. Thank you so much, guys. Yes. Oh, come on.